guys, it's Spacey Sims, and I can't even tell you how many times I've recorded this video because I'm apparently just a derp right now and can't even remember or think or brain. Anyway, we are here. It's not necessarily an update, but I'm putting secret. This is super secret sneaky because we're not going to reveal it for a minute. But we are here with the, not really rules, but the the game that we have been creating as we've been playing romance Otome novels over the past month or two, where I keep saying we need to keep points and we need to keep track and we need to not do shots. I mean, I say that, but you should not do shots if you're underage, okay? You M&Ms, give yourself a sticker, high five, I don't know, whatever. Don't drink if you're underage, and if you do happen to do shots while playing this game, you better be 21 or older, or depending on the country you live in. And you shouldn't operate heavy machinery or do medication or drive anywhere or do anything silly. Be responsible. Drink responsibly. There you go. That was your PSA. Now for the fun. Anyway, so this is Spacey Go because it's like the Spacey Bingo. And that kind of stemmed because I kept saying that we need to have like some kind of game where we are keeping track of like the tropes that happen. And Shelly Bates was awesome enough to create a bingo board for us. So go out on Twitter and check that out. She created the basic board. It was just a simple bingo board with a bunch of tropes on there and some little things that I do to make it personal. That was awesome. So I basically took those. I tweaked them a little bit. I broke a couple of them out so we have like more spaces and we have even more spaces. So this is even bigger. So it's a huge board. And I will go through. So I can't take credit for a lot of these because a lot of these are ones that Shelly came up with. So big round of applause for Shelly for getting us started on this because she created the board and it got me motivated to enhance and, get this out there for you guys. So I will upload this on Dropbox. Obviously, this you don't know what it is yet because I haven't shown it yet. But anyway, there are. Well, you know what? Let's just jump in and let's just see the board. Woo! There you go. So there are two ways to play Spacey Go, and there really are multiple ways to play. You can do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. This isn't actually like nobody wins anything. You win all the M&Ms that you put out for each one of these bingo boards, or all the stickers or shots if that's what you're doing. Whatever. The brand muffin way, which is the basic easiest way, and that is having this board and getting a point or a sticker or a shot or whatever through the entire span of an Otome visual novel. So we start game from episode 1 to, let's say, episode 20. Let's say it's only 20 parts, okay? Just for the sake of reference. You try to see how many of these tropes come up in that entire game. Woo! Bran muffin. Yay, fun. The Glorious Sparkle Cupcake version is trying to see how many of these you can get per episode. So 20 times over. So yeah, there you go. That's basically it. Those are just some rough ideas. You can play it any which way you want. It's supposed to just be fun, and we're supposed to just have a fun board, and every time tropes come up, this is just so that we feel like a family, and we're all together, and we're holding hands, and yay! It's fun. Anyway, so we're going to go through, and I'm going to tell you what all these little things mean. Maybe. It's a big-ass maybe. You know this. This is me. I will actually create a little document that goes with it that tells you what each space kind of means in my like gibberish, like what it actually is. But that's what this is. And you know what? Infer, make shit up. I don't care. Like, you know me. It's taken me this long to get this board together, and I only did it now because I was motivated and bored at work. And, anyway, so we're going to start and we're going to go across. So our first space is Oblivious. Spacey is Oblivious. And this was one that I tweaked from Shelly's board where the girl was oblivious to the guy liking her. And I just made that general. So this could count for any time Spacey, the character in the game, because we always call her Spacey, is completely oblivious for any fucking reason. The guy liking her or just being a complete derp. Also could pertain to me being a complete derp when things happen and I'm like, wait, did that oh, I'm so dumb. Because one or the other or both happens probably every game, let alone every episode. So there you go. Easy spot. The next one is Sneaky McSneaks. And I don't even remember what the fuck this was when I put it on there. I really think it was somebody doing something shady. Like anytime there's some kind of weird sneak, like you're being suspicious and weird. I think that's what I was thinking, so let's just go with that. But anytime anything could be suspicious or sneaky or there you go. We'll just count that, because I don't really remember what I was thinking, and I literally made this thing like a half an hour ago. And I think that was the last spot I did, and I'm like, seriously, I don't have it written. I don't know. Anyway. And the next one. God damn it, Tim! We know Tim, the intern, when he strikes, there are two, you will notice, Tim spots on here, because there is, obviously, later we'll get to the when Tim makes typos, and we're like, oh, Tim. But you know there are times where we're like, God damn it, Tim, why do you do this? And we get a little bit aggressive with Tim. When Tim makes those extensive mistakes, and it's like, oh, God damn you, Tim, what the fuck? That's what this spot is for. That's what this spot is for. Or basically, anytime Tim makes more than one mistake. So granted, this is an easy spot again. 6 degrees of code realize. This is my favorite spot on the motherfucking board, and I'm gonna explain this. Okay, so I started explaining this in Hakuoki that I've been recording recently, which may go up before this video, or this video might go up before that. But anyway, you'll see it when we get to Harada's route in Hakuoki, where I explain this, because I was so excited. Okay, so this is because if you watched Bad Apple Wars, that I flipped my shit when I'm just sitting there listening to the theme song that I had to cut out because you guys couldn't see it, and I was like, oh my god! Van Helsing's in this one! And it's just become a thing now that I find it fascinating to figure out when our Code Realize boys are voicing any characters in the other games we play. Now, we don't listen to the voice acting, so it's kind of funny if you think about it, because we're like, oh my god, it's so great, they're voice acting, and we never hear their voices, so it doesn't make a fucking difference. But it's just fun for me now, and I just love it. So that's what this is. Anytime one of our boys from Code Realize voices a character in another game, we get points. And if more than one is in there, you get more than 1 point, I guess. Lots of M&Ms or shots, whatever. So obviously it's 6 degrees of Code Realize, and technically there's only 5 guys in the game. But I was like, well, we can use Herlock's voice. That voice actor's new at this game because he's only done like 3 things, so he's not gonna count. But Finis has been in a lot of fucking shit. Finis is in Hakuoki. Guys, so Finis is our 6th. So anytime Victor, Van Helsing, Impey, Lupin, Saint Germain, or Finis is a voice of a character in any other romance Otome game we play, you get the 6 degrees of Code Realize. Woohoo! And I actually realized last night when I was getting all excited when I figured out that Saito was in Danganronpa and was in... Oh, what the fuck was he? Oh, he was... Dude, Saito is fucking John Watson in fucking Code Realize. So even he counts. I know that's technically the half a degree. It'd be 6.5 degrees of Code Realize, because whatever, but still. And I know that I get excited when I see them in Danganronpa, even though we do the English version of Danganronpa, so it's not the same fucking people. But I'm still going to count it because it's exciting to me. Don't knock it, okay? It's fun. So that's what 6 degrees of Code Realize is. Now, we could have done any freaking Otome game. We could have just technically had any kind of 6 degrees of separation where, hey, now we're playing this game and somebody's voice, a voice actor from the last game we played is in this. But they somehow all end up tying back to Code Realize. So, and that's where it all started, and that's where my, spazzing happened in Bad Apple Wars when I noticed fucking Van Helsing was in it, and so it's just our thing. Code Realize is our thing now. By the way, one of you guys pointed out, and I completely forgot who, and I'm so sorry, and I know I didn't mention it, that Victor was actually the voice of Isora in Seven Scarlet. And I found out afterward that Victor also did the voice of Shin in Amnesia Memories. So this is just fucking amazing, guys. This is why the space is here. Anyway, moving on. The next space is inappropriate. Spacey is inappropriate. And again, this is an easy one because this is anytime me, not Spacey in the game, literally this Spacey right here says or does anything inappropriate, especially if I follow it up with, oh, that was really inappropriate, these games. Because that happens every fucking episode. There you go. And then the next spot is coincidences. This is one that we got off Shelly's board, and that would be anytime there's any kind of coincidence that, as you can see from the little suspicious face, just seems a little suspicious. Like, this is a coincidence. That's why it's in quotes. Because they always seem kind of suspicious, right? Anyway, that's that. Next is derpy anime eyes. And that would be fucking every game. And especially if I sit there and go, Jesus Christ, her eyes are like fucking saucers. Why are they the size of his head? You know it's going to happen in every motherfucking game we play. And every time we see a CG. So there you go. Moving on. Next spot is bromance. And of course, you know, we use like Van Helsing and Lupin as our like bromance goals, right? Like we sit there and go, oh my god, I ship them so hard. They're like boyfriends. They're so cute together, like besties. So anything like that kind of situation. Mm-hmm. You know, especially, most especially double points if we point it out and go, oh my god, that's like a bromance. Technically, you could give yourself that point anytime. Because you could be like, I see a bromance there, huh? But let's not cheat, okay? Let's not cheat, guys. Just have some fun with it, but don't cheat. Anyway, last space on the top line is, have you seen my blank? And that's basically like, I put that in there because that is the missing father or missing brother or missing family member. Somebody in your life is fucking missing. Because that happens a lot in games. And I actually put it as that as like, because that just reminded me of like, what the fuck was it? What the hell is the movie? Was it Swept Away? What? I don't know. It was the knockoff Ratatouille or whatever one. They're like, it's like a generic one. Like, generic one, you know what I mean? It's probably DreamWorks. And it's like they were in the sewer and there was like the little fish that's supposed to be like, have you seen my dad? And it was supposed to be like, ha ha, they're making fun of Disney Pixar, but Disney Pixar's better. And that just I thought that in my head when I was looking at the missing family members. So, have you seen my dad, brother, mother, someone? It's dad or brother usually. That's what we seem to be finding. So that's what that space is. Missing family members. I suppose you could also, if you really wanted to, if you wanted to be a sneaky McSneaks and put in anything that we've lost. Not our memories, that doesn't count. There's a different square for that. But anything else, like, I don't know where I put my shoes. I suppose you could technically use that space, but it's supposed to be for missing family members and or peoples. Okay. Anyway, next one on the first one on the next line is, if the bad things can happen, they will happen. And that is literally because we just seem to go, we're like, oh, wait, we're talking about like, well, maybe this one, it's totally going to happen. You're all going to die now. Great, thanks, because you brought it up. So, you know. Yeah. Just, you know. Sort of self-explanatory. You know, like Hakuoki, like, maybe there won't be, or there's gonna be a fucking war, bitch. You just said it. Like, even if you're thinking it can't happen, it will fucking happen. You know. The next one is the awkward romance scene. That was on Shelley's as the awkward sex scene, but I put it as the awkward romance scene because every once in a while, even when there's like kissy scenes and they're like making noises, I'm like, no, this is awkward. I can't read that. So I made it a little bit more generic so that you get more points because you're going to have, anytime there's an awkward sex scene or any kind of romancy scene that's like, oh god, this is awkward. There you go. You're welcome. Blushy boys. You'll get one of these all the time because when the boys blush, it's adorable. Like, look, he's blushing. And that's not just if we assume he's blushing. That's when their little sprites actually fucking blush. Or in the CGs or something. There you go. Next one over is cock-blocked. And I actually realized that I put this under C, which is really fucking funny. I did not actually try to alphabetize these things. I just typed them and randomly put them places. But anyway, cock-blocked is... That is number one for fucking Hakuoki because it cock-blocks us. That's not me cock-blocking you. There's a space for me cock-blocking you. We'll get to that. This is when the game cock-blocks us. Like with Van Helsing. What, I don't get a kiss, you motherfuckers? All of Hakuoki. What the fuck? That's the game cock-blocking you in some way, shape, or form. The next one over is bastard bespectacled boyfriend, and that is the glasses asshole. I was trying to find a few random other little trope things to throw in here because I couldn't think of anything, and I used all the stuff on Shelley's thing, and I was like, oh my god, we're missing spaces. And I noticed somebody on Reddit referred to the glasses asshole. They didn't call him glasses asshole. They literally said the bastard bespectacled boyfriend, and I went, that's just, I love the alliteration for glasses asshole. That's glasses asshole. So, which we love, and there is always one. So there you go. The next one over is let's get dangerous, and Thank you to everyone who knows that that's a Darkwing Duck reference, because I'm fucking old and I goddamn love Darkwing Duck. But that is stupid actions. That is anytime the heroine does something stupid. I really shouldn't go. I shouldn't go upstairs while there's a murderer chasing me, but I might as well do it because it seems like a good idea. No, dumbass, what the fuck are you doing? Or, you know what? They told me not to do this. I'ma do it. And obviously, something bad ensues. But that's anytime they do something stupid. Whether anything bad happens to them or not, it's just the action of being stupid. The next one over is Rescue Me, which is a direct follow, and I didn't realize that I did this, but it's funnier now. That is basically anytime the heroine gets herself kidnapped or in any kind of a jam that she needs to have the man or whatever come rescue her ass, probably because she did the prior spot where she went and did something stupid and then got herself caught. So that's kidnapped, needs to be rescued. There you go. The next one over is Plot Holes Ahoy! And that is anytime, obviously, self-explanatory, there are fucking plot holes. And if you're doing this for the overall game, that's going to be like, there are plot holes like, well, what the fuck about this? They never explained this. Obviously, if you do it for each episode, there's going to be plot holes that will end up being tied up in nice little bows. So, that would count. I will give you that. Even if in the future episode, if you're playing this each individual episode, any plot holes that come up in that episode that are not wrapped up in that episode, you get. Otherwise, it's plot holes that never get wrapped up. Like, but you mentioned that we're not even gonna I will also give you plot holes in each route. So, for example, if you really wanted to play this while watching Seven Scarlet, you could technically do that. I mean, you could also do that for each individual man route. So I guess that's another way to play this game. That's the low-fat cupcake version where you're playing it for each individual person's route. So you got the bran muffin where you're playing it for the whole game. You got the low-fat cupcake where you're playing it for, a route. And then you got the super glorious glitter cupcake where you're playing it each individual episode. There you go. 3 ways to play. You're welcome. Or again, like I said, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. It's just supposed to be fun. Anyway, so any kind of plot holes. There you go. The Marshmallow Man. That one is, i.e., Hijikata. Anyone who is crunchy on the outside and seems kind of like you seem kind of like a jerk, but they're going to be the softest, squishiest, gooeyest motherfucker when you go down their realm. Again, the Hijikata. That's what we're, basing it on. Third line, we have just a muffin. I was going to draw a nice little space muffin because I have little doodles of little space muffins for you guys. But I was like, it's going to take me too long to get that and then get my tablet there and try to draw. And then, you know what? So I just Googled a cute little muffin and that was adorable and I put it in there. So there you go. That's like that's like your free space. That's just because you're there watching and, double points if I call you space muffins because I forget to do that all the time because I get into a thing with like, hey guys, but I'm going to try. I will try to just randomly call you space muffins so that you can get double points for that. But you can count that as your free space. If you're a space muffin, if you're subscribed to the channel and you're playing this game, there you go. That counts. Space muffins. I know he's not outer space. He's just a muffin. But whatever. Okay, counts. Shut up. Just take your free space and don't complain. Okay? Stop. Anyway, next one. Plot twist! Self-explanatory when there's a fucking plot twist. Kind of like the one in Seven Scarlet that still has me sad. Guys, I'm going to give you a spot right now I'm going to cry and double points because I'm gonna. That's later. Don't look at that spot yet. But that was a plot twist that I didn't see coming. And that motherfucking game still has me. I'm still hurt over that. And it's been like days since I played it. And by the time you see it, it's only going to be a couple days since you've seen it. Hopefully. Oh, God. You know what? I'm not sure when I'm going to put this. I'm going to have to put this up after that part. Otherwise, spoiler alert. But I didn't see that plot twist coming. And I'm still devastated. And I can't handle it. Next space, amnesia, no memories. That is basically anytime the girl has amnesia or is forgetful. So obviously, like Code Realize, amnesia memories, Seven Scarlet, we just don't understand why we can't remember shit. Mm-hmm. That's what that's for. Because that and missing family members are the two big things. Anyway, Clumsy McMuffin. That is basically anytime anyone's clumsy. So I got that from Shelly because Shelly put that on her board. Girl or guy is being humble. A lot of these came from her. So I'm sorry if I didn't point out each one because I'm rambling. But anyway, so that is either the girl or the guy or somebody's just being a derp and being clumsy and tripping over themselves and whatnot. It's pretty self-explanatory. Touchy face. That is when the guy, your little love interest, takes our hand and puts it on his face and makes you touch his face. That makes you touch him. You could also get points, I suppose, if he makes you touch him at all. Like, he puts my hand on his chest. If he's making you touch him, we'll count that. I know it should be like more like touchy McFeely than touchy face, but it's really because the touchy face thing happens a lot. So it's really supposed to be for touchy face, but I'll give you any kind of him forcing you to touch him. And not in a creepy way, just the, like, I'm going to take your hand and place it on my face. Yeah, so there you go. And then I adjusted this one. So this is Creeper Guy is Creepy. On Shelly's board, it was Creepy Guy is Rapey. But I just generalized it and made it just creepy. Because maybe he doesn't have to be rapey. They're usually rapey. But even if they're slightly creepy, we're going to give it to you. So we're going to make some of these are way too easy. But so Creeper Guy is Creepy. There's always a creepy guy, and he's always fucking creepy and borderline rapey. So you're going to get that anyway. Anyway. Oh my CG! Those are for the Van Helsing butt CGs. The ones that you were like, oh dear God. I'm not necessarily talking about, I suppose it really depends on how you react to a CG. These are more like the literally walking in on Van Helsing and seeing his butt. Okay? Where you're like, I need a minute. I can't handle this. The slightly awkward, really nice CGs, not the, oh my God, that's so pretty and sweet, guys. Oh, because we expect those. These are for those ones that just completely take you by surprise. By the way, there's one on Hakuoki coming up in case we haven't gotten there yet. And it's another reason why I put that in there because it's like, sweet Jesus. The sweet Jesus CGs. That's what those are for. The next spot over is a given, Spacey rambles. I think that's self-explanatory. That's anytime I ramble about random stupid shit, which is usually every fucking episode, so you're welcome. Next one over is, I don't deserve you! And that came from Shelly's board too, and I just left that one exactly as it is because that's perfect, and that is basically, obviously, anytime the boyfriendos do the, like, I don't deserve you, or I'm not good enough for you, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, get over it. Stop being a Sally sad sack and kiss me already, you asshole. Basically. You know. You get it. You understand. Anyway, next one is my hero. And that's basically, I guess it's really kind of like the rescue me thing, but it's really more like they save our ass because we are losers and can't do anything. Okay. I suppose you could also count that in the instance we actually ever do anything to save a man. It's rare, but I'll give you double points if we save men and we're their hero, as opposed to them saving our ass. We really should have Let's Get Dangerous, Rescue Me, and My Hero all in a row because that's just literally the chain of events. So anyway, getting stabby. That's not necessarily just getting stabby. That was also from Shelly's board. It was someone wants to stab you. I made it a little sassy. Getting stabby. And that could be obviously because Saint Germain wanted to stab us. Okita threatens to kill us all the time. Anytime they're getting a little violent and you're like, you're kind of being a dick and you're trying to hurt us, maim us, kill us, anything like that. And especially if they're a love interest. Look, you're going to get the getting stabby from the bad guys, whatever. That's not really going to count. Again, you can play on your own. You can give yourself a half an M&M or a half a shot for those. This is really for our romancy partners are the ones trying to get stabby or murdery with us. That's basically what it's for. I can't read that. That's when I can't read shit. So, English, French, Latin, Japanese, anything. If I'm just like, what the fuck? I can't read. I don't know what that says. That's what you get points for. That's when Spacey can't fucking read shit, which again is every goddamn episode because even when I can read it, I just say it wrong. But that's really more for when it's in a foreign language and I'm like, yeah, I don't know how to fucking say that. I don't even know. I would give you extra points if I'm not sure if you should get extra points if I really fuck it up, or if I actually say it right. Because who the hell knows? Some of you might know what I'm what's supposed to actually say, and some of you might not. And so, I mean, you never know. Double points for that one just all the time? I don't know, whatever. You do you guys. Okay, whatever. Lolly Boys. And that is, I took that from Shelley's The Short Guy is Too Young. Because not necessarily, they don't actually always have to be short, but they're usually the short guys, and it's usually because they're the lolly boys. And it's like, but he looks 12. I know he's 20, but he looks 12, and it creeps me out. That's what this is for. The lolly boys. That creeps me out a little bit. Anyway, and there we go. Tim the Terrible Typist. So the first time Tim strikes, and we go, Tim, you bastard. Why are you letting Tim type this shit? Because Tim is a terrible typist. That's what that spot is for. And then the God damn it, Tim, is the excessiveness. Again, we noticed that in Hakuoki, one of the last episodes I just recorded. In Harada's route, you'll see it. Literally every fucking scene, like every time you click, there is like double words or things around. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, someone was drunk typing this shit. That would, first, obviously the first time would qualify as Tim the Terrible Typist, and the second time would be God damn it, Tim. So there you go. Up against the wall. That is basically any time one of our boyfriendos slams us up against a wall. Because it happens all the time. It's usually Glass's asshole that does it, i.e. Van Helsing, and it's sexy as fuck, and I love it, and we're going to get points for that shit, because, yes, girlfriend. Anyway, that's what that is. The next one is Flashback to the Future. I just really wanted to throw a Back to the Future reference in here, and that worked. And that is anytime there's a flashback scene. Our flashback scene, his flashback scene, any kind of flashback scene, all the flashback scenes. That's what that is. Simple, self-explanatory, you got it. Childhood sweetheart. That's pretty self-explanatory. If any one of our boyfriendos is a childhood sweetheart or a childhood buddy friend that's going to become a romantic, actually, every fucking character in Seven Scarlet every character in Seven Scarlet was a childhood sweetheart, technically, because we knew them as children. But you know what I mean. The next one is When the City Speaks. And that is, Shelley had on her thing wrong names. And that just made me think, like, obviously, her intention was when the wrong name is up. Like, oh, it's saying we're speaking. And you're like, nope, that's definitely not us speaking. I use When the City Speaks because the funniest one to me was when we were playing Code Realize and it was saying London, and you're like, I'm pretty sure London is not having a fucking conversation with us. So that's what that stemmed from. But that is basically anytime the wrong person is speaking. So we're reading something and in the man's voice, and you're like, that is supposed to be us saying that line, or we're reading it, it's supposed to be their line. Double points if it ever becomes another Code Realize thing and it's actually saying that the city or the town or an inanimate object is speaking to us. Because that's funny as fuck. But that's why I called it When the City Speaks. The damsel is distressing me. And that is basically when she is being so fucking useless. So that is an extension of Shelley's girl needs too much help. Because she's distressing me. Like, why are you so fucking useless? Oh my God, why? You're just like, I just froze and I couldn't do anything. Oh my God, at least blink, dumb fuck. What is wrong with you? That's what that is. So when we're distressed about her being fucking useless. I have a Kodachi. Use it, bitch. Swing or something. I mean, even if you're not going to do anything, try. It's like, I just froze. Oh my God. The next one over is Spacey cock blocks, and that's when I cock block you guys. That is basically when I stop at a very inconvenient place, or I leave you on a cliffhanger, either because I'm evil, which we saw in Seven Scarlet. I did that to you. I'm leaving you at a cliffhanger. And that backfired in my face when I played the next episode, and obviously backfired in your face too, because damn, I think we're all pretty fucked up over that. But anyway, it's basically like that when I'm like, this is a really inconvenient spot to stop it, but we're at time or we're over time and I'm going to leave it here. Whether I get joy in cockblocking you guys or I just stop in an inconvenient place because we run out of time, that's what that space is for. Either or. Passes out or faints. And this is anytime our character, because obviously not me, I don't pass out or faint very often when we play these games. I have yet to, but double points if I ever do pass out or faint while I'm recording. I'll make sure to leave that in there for you and not edit it out. But this is when the character, our MC, passes out or faints, or one of our dudes passes out or faints. So, a fainting violin. The next one is I'm gonna cry. Double points if I do. So obviously you're gonna get a lot of points because I was like, oh my god, guys, I'm gonna cry. It's so sweet, right? That's me. That's me when I say I'm gonna cry. Not the characters. It's me. This is when Spacey, me, says I'm gonna cry. Double points if I actually do. Because I did during Seven Scarlet. I'm not afraid to admit I cry. I still cry. I could cry right now thinking about that fucking thing. I uploaded the last part of that last night, and I saw the little NCG, and I was like, I'm gonna cry again, guys. I still can't handle this game. It's just gonna devastate me. I think I need to go to therapy. I'm gonna go get a therapist. I'm gonna talk about it, and they're gonna be like, "It was a game," and I'll be like, "Shut up! It was real to me." Okay. Um. So I say I'm gonna cry a lot because there's always sweet, like, happy moments. I'm like, "Oh my god, guys, I'm gonna cry." So cute, right? Um. But the double points was for Seven Scarlet, which you can't go back and play it now. It doesn't count now, but I have a feeling, who knows, we might actually get more moments like that. But you're always going to get a point for the, guys, I'm going to cry. Some kind of asshole. Now, this is not the glasses asshole, because that obviously is the bastard bespectacled boyfriend up above. This is if there's any kind of fucking asshole in the game, you're like, well, he's an asshole. Any other asshole. So, not glasses asshole. If any one of our other boyfriendos is kind of an asshole, again, not the marshmallow character, because he's kind of an asshole, but he's squishy on the inside. Any other kind of asshole. I suppose you could count the marshmallow one as some kind of asshole, because you never know until you get to the end who's the marshmallow. But whatever. That's pretty much a given. There's always some kind of asshole in the game. Sir doubts a lot, and that is basically when the guy doubts himself. So, as Shelly put on her board, guy doubting his strength. I'm just going to broaden that and say he doubts anything. So he doubts anything. Like, I doubt I'm good enough for you. I doubt well, I mean, obviously we have the, I'm not good enough for you. But the, like, I don't think I can do this. But anytime he's doubting himself. There you go. Sir doubts a lot. A little less than useless. That is when the heroine actually does something that is not fucking useless. So that's in direct contradiction to the damsel is distressing me. So she's being useless. Ah, god damn it. Fucking, you have a goddamn weapon, use it, but she can't manage it. She actually, let's just paint a scenario here. This has never happened in a game. But she's got a gun, but I can't manage to use it. Ah! The damsel is distressing me. Bitch, shoot him. He's going to kill you. Okay? A little less than useless would be if she chucked it at him and, pinged him in the head. Oh, ow! It stopped him for 4 seconds, but it's still a little less than useless. So, points for when the heroine actually does something and you're like, oh my god, she actually tried. Good job. And she wasn't just like cowering in a corner. Nice. This also would count for the kick-ass heroines that we get. So that's every time we're playing Aeon Dream Studios games, because the heroines in those games are pretty fucking kick-ass. So you'd always get a point for them because they're a lot less than useless. But we're just like, as long as she's a little bit less than useless, you get this. So kick-ass heroines also count for this space because they are a lot motherfucking less than useless. But, it's a spectrum. As long as you're 1%, you could be 1% to 100% fucking not useless. And you get the square. There you go. Next one is the glasses sweetheart. That's the victors. So we have our glasses assholes, but sometimes we also get the little nerdy sweet glasses. Oh my god, you're sweet and adorable, and you're like the nice glasses nerd. That's this guy. The polar opposite of the glasses asshole, or the bastard bespectacled boyfriend. It really is a trope, isn't it? I love it. I love it so much. They're my favorites. Anyway, and then the last one is the high school heroine, because you know me, like, oh god, why are we always like 15? And that would be anytime we're playing a game and we are like a 15 fucking year old, or like in high school. Something like that. So there you go, guys. That's the board. Now that we literally just spent like a half an hour going over it. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Take a snag it, print it out. I will try to get it up on Dropbox for you guys to download. Hopefully it works so that you can download, print it out, and play along or something like that. yeah. Anyway, again, thanks to Shelly for creating the original bingo board that we had with the tropes to kind of get this process started. So everyone thank her, give her a big round of applause. Yay! Because otherwise we wouldn't have this because I keep talking about it, but here we go. And this can be subject to change. So if we start finding other tropes that are coming up a lot, we can adjust some of these. But these I feel like are a lot of the good ones. You know, and if you're playing along at home and you're like, well, and you can weave a yarn to go, well, here's this situation, but blah 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 blah, and you can somehow weave that shit into one of these other squares. Good for you. I'll give you the points. Double points if you actually leave a comment with your. Well, see, so this happened, but then with this and then this, and this is my logic on how it becomes this square on the bingo board. Because that'd be fun. And we'll just try to read some of those every once in a while. We should do that once in a while. I read them. I don't always comment back because sometimes I don't have time. And sometimes YouTube doesn't let me read them. Like I see the beginning and it's like, let me read them. Because I do it on my phone when I'm at work. So anyway, but yeah, there you go. I hope you guys have fun playing along. And I'm going to try to put this video up before our next game, which will be taking place of Seven Scarlet. Again, right now, I do not know if that is going to be Color X Malice or Psychedelic of the Black Butterfly. I haven't decided, but guess what? 6 Degrees of Code Realize. You're going to get that in either one of those motherfuckers. Woohoo! So yeah, I'm not sure which one of those is going to go up. Obviously, I'm going to try to put this video up before that post, but maybe I'll do it the same day so that this goes up on the same day that game will post. So you might be seeing it in an hour or two. I don't know. As I'm recording this, I have no idea which one is going up because I haven't started playing. So it's probably going to be a toss-up. It'll be down to the wire. But anyway, I will see you guys around in all of the other Otome visual novel games. I hope you guys enjoy playing Spacey Go. And I will see you guys around. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up because you love this. You know you love it. And subscribe to see more.